Hey, good afternoon, morning. I don't know where you are. I know I was just on my show a little bit ago, but I want to okay, I want to express this without sounding like a jerk. Um there are a lot of people that have shows and have podcasts, have events, all kinds of really cool things happening. And I have some suggestions for you. If you have a show where you're interviewing people, or you have a darn it, I'll have to share this into the Grow Live community. I forgot to click that one. Why did I forget that? Hey, Larry and Weldon, how are you guys doing? A long time no see. So I just want to come on. I have an appointment here in 25 minutes, so I don't have very long. But I wanted to come on here and give some tips out for anyone doing interviews. If you have a show or a podcast where you're interviewing people, or you have maybe events where you're having speakers come in and talk to you and all of that. This is a very, very, very important public service announcement for you folks. And here's what I have to say. Do not make it difficult to have your guests on your show. Do not ask your guests to do the marketing for you. Do not ask your guests. Don't go back and forth with all kinds of calendar options. Well, what about this date at this time and this date at this time? Provide a calendar link. I have a program called Book Like a Boss, booklikeaboss.com. I'm not an affiliate. You can go over there. You can combine it with your calendar, and you can literally, like, when I talk to somebody about being on my show, I say, hey, I have a self-scheduling link to make it very easy. It sends out these reminder emails. Brian, what's up, dude? Jose, how you doing? Good to see you. Rodolphe, good to see you in France, in Francais. Nah, I'm saying that wrong probably. But anyway, so my wife speaks French, by the way. So if you ever want to have a conversation with an American that speaks really good French, she knows French. But anyway, I digress. So use Calendly. Use that. Use something where you can. And my wife is on here, and thank you, Jill and Jose. Thank you both for sharing this out. I appreciate that. Adam from the UK, how in the world are you? Good to see you. So I have people ask me to be on their podcasts or their shows or in their events, and I love doing that. But then they want me to jump through a bunch of hoops. They want me to fill out it. Like, all you have to do, if you're going to ask somebody to be on your show, there's a good chance that they probably have a website or a LinkedIn page or something that has their information in it, right? Like to find out who they are. I mean, I've written a book, I've written other things. I've got all kinds of information on my website. If you want a picture of me, there's literally people steal my pictures every day and make fake profile accounts. My pictures are very easy to find. If you want to have somebody on your show and they're going to be your guest, man, don't make it difficult to have them on for them. Like, you've got to do the work. I've interviewed over 260 plus people on my show, and I don't make it difficult for them. I ask them, do you want to be on my show? Would you like to be, or they're referred to me to be on my show. I send them a link, and then I do the work. I do the work. Like, I don't expect that. I don't say, hey, Andy Frisella, thanks for wanting to be on my show. He didn't want to be on my show. He didn't know my show existed. I was grateful that Andy came on my show. I've had Grant Cardone where I interviewed him. You think I'm going to ask him to do a bunch of work and fill out forms and do all this stuff and send me headshots and send me this and that and then say, hey, you're responsible now for marketing this? He would tell me to get lost, man. And so you have to do the work. And I'm talking to people that do interviews and people that do shows and events, and you're asking other people to come in and benefit you in your events and benefit you. Make it easy for them. Send me a link to, I use Book Like a Boss. Go to booklikeaboss.com. It's simple. You can set it up, tie it into your calendar. They can go in there. You can set up specific times and days that you don't want and all kinds of cool stuff. And if you don't know how to do that, learn how to do it for the love of God. Don't put the work on the person that you're having on as your guest, because I literally am in the middle of all this stuff with a guy that has an internet show. And it's like, dude, now you want me to do all this additional work on top of, like, oh my gosh, like, and it's frustrating from the person that's going to be the guest. It's frustrating on their end if you're making them do a bunch of work to be your guest. That's like saying, hey, come and stay at my house and stay in the guest room. You can stay in the guest room as long as you know that before you stay in the guest room, you're going to have to run the vacuum and change the sheets and move some furniture around in there, but it'll be nice and comfy for you afterwards. Like, that's stupid. Treat them like you would a guest in your home. Like, hey, here's a link for you. I've made it real simple for you to go pick out the day that you want to be on the show and go ahead and pick that day and schedule it. And then I have reminder emails that go out to you to remind you of the day, and you can add it to your calendar directly from the link I send you, and bam, bam, bam. It's super easy. And don't worry about sending me a headshot and a bio. I'm going to research you and find that information on my own. Make it easy for people. Make it easy for people. Just make it easy. That's it. And I mean, yeah, when you bring guests on, you do the work. And yeah, if they're open to sharing it, if they're not open to sharing it, whatever. I don't like, I'm honored to have a guest on my show. It's an honor to have somebody on my show. I'm not going to ask them now if they say, hey, how can I help promote this episode that we're doing? How can I help promote it? Then that's a different conversation. But when I'm asking you to be a guest on my show, I'm not going to have you go jumping through. I literally have turned down podcasts. People ask me to be on their podcast or their show because I said yes. And then they go, oh, great. And what's your email address? I give them my email address. And then they start sending me, well, you got to send me a headshot. You got to fill out this form. It's an online form. I go to the online form and it's like 13 fields of information that they need and they want and all. And I'm like, and they want my bio. My bio is on my website, right? And I've said that my bio and pic is on my website. Go grab it there. And then they've responded back, well, I really need you to fill that out and send it to me. And I go, we're not a good fit. Good luck with your podcast. Thank you. If it was Grant Cardone saying that, that's different. He's got 6 million followers. If it was Gary Vaynerchuk saying that, that's different. He has millions of followers. If it was, President Trump, or it was Mark Cuban, or, that's different. That's different. And until you're at that level, stop making people jump through all of these hoops to be on your show. Stop. Just stop it. So look, I wanted to pop on here. I've got a meeting, so I got to get ready for that. But I wanted to pop on here and say, look, make it easy for people to be a guest on your show. Make it easy for people to be a guest on your, and then treat them like a guest, not a worker. Treat them like a guest. Have them make it easy. Get set up with Calendly. And, oh, well, I don't want to invest the $20 a month or whatever it is. Then stop doing a show. Like if you're afraid to invest in your show, if you're afraid to invest in your podcast, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you probably shouldn't be doing a show if you're not willing to invest in it. So invest in these tools. Invest in Calendly or Book Like a Boss. I don't even know. I paid a one-time fee for Book Like a Boss back when they first started, and it's a phenomenal program. But, you know, use these tools so you can make it easy for people to book to be on your show. Use these tools and send out these links and set up automated emails within these programs that automatically email folks and say, hey, it's coming up tomorrow or whatever. I mean, like, there's so many tools available and people are not using them, and they're asking their guests to do all this work. I would never ask a guest to do all this. Like, I'll find a profile picture of you. I'll find your bio. If I don't have your bio or I don't have information on you and I can't find it, which would be odd. It's, you know, we live in 2020. The internet has a lot of information. So if I can't find something about you, then I may reach out and say, hey, do you have a little bio that you could send me and that's so rare. I mean, again, I've interviewed over 260 people. It's very, very rare that I can't find information. I think maybe once or twice, maybe. So, you know, make it easy for people to come on your show and be a part of your event. If you're asking people to be a part of your event and you're asking people to, you know, go, hey, I'd love for you to be a speaker at this virtual event I'm doing, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, cool. I'll do it. Just don't ask me to do a bunch of work to promote your event. It's your event. It's not my event. You're asking me to be a speaker there. Now, I will, once the event happens, or you know, if it's a live event, I will put it on my social media. I'll say, hey, I'm in this event. This is awesome. Check it out. But to hey, Linda Ann Barber, I see you on here. Haven't seen you in a minute. So anyway, I just wanted to come on here for a minute, give you some tips. Those are tips. And again, some people may go, oh, you're such a jerk. I mean, dude, no, I'm not. I'm just telling you the truth. If other people aren't telling you, maybe they're just turning you down. I don't know. And if you get a bunch of people that are willing to put in all that work, good for you, man. Good for you. But I personally would never ask my guests to do a bunch of work, fill out some long form, do all this craziness. I send them a link. They have to put in their name, their email, and pick a date. That's it. That's it. So appreciate y'all. Have a great day, and I will see you later.